everyone, my name's Andrew. Thank you for joining me here on the Moonlight Server and for a little tour of my base. This is the front entrance of my base that I built in this little outcropping next to a roofed forest. I've got some oceanfront property, as you can see. There's a ravine right across the way. There's sheep and flowers and grass and hills and lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. Let's head on inside. I have a water elevator entrance. We'll get back to that in a minute. I'll show you how that works. But one of the first things you can see is that I did in fact build my base inside a ravine. And I started off pretty small with just a little hole, and then it expanded into everything that you see here. On my left, you can see is a rather large, active and producing cactus farm that I've created. I have also next to it 1, 2, 3, and 4 pumpkin towers. There's a need on the base here for jack-o'-lanterns, and as such we need pumpkins to make those jack-o'-lanterns, and I decided to help out by building these. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers or levels of pumpkins on each one. So I got 20 active layers of pumpkins, and they can produce up to 4 each, providing us 80 pumpkins each time, possibly, potentially each time 80 pumpkins when those pistons push them out. I believe I've got somewhere around 240. It was just shy of 250 cactuses also producing in there. As you can see, we've got a beacon right here in the middle of my base, which that was fun doing that. This is my first ever beacon that I collected. And you can see the beacon is actually right down there. It's not that far below. I'll show you that in just a minute. You see the effect that I have is haste 2, so that I could do a lot of digging. And now that I've got that beacon, and I tore this whole area out here for the cactus farm, I'm actually itching to get in here and dig this part out here and this part over here, dig that out so I can extend my pumpkin towers up. Do I need to? Maybe not, but I want to. It's kind of fun having that haste 2. Boy, you talk about instant mine, something fierce. Anyhow, we head on into the front area of my base. You can see it's pretty open. I don't have a lot of clutter here going on or whatnot. Just a little crafting table left over from my original build. But let's start off over here on the left side. I've got a little fireplace, but it also doubles in case I want to toss anything that I don't need. I can just incinerate it. I have my towers 1, 2 over there, 3, 4 over here, producing the pumpkins, and as you can see, it is producing quite nice. Oh, there's a couple popped in right there. Almost a complete full stacks, this double chest. I'll take a quick run over to this one, and we say, oh, we are very close to having this one full up, double chest. So that would give us 2 double chests, and like I said, we are in need of jack-o'-lanterns. I've already run back to the main clubhouse at least 7 double full chests of pumpkins, and there's 3 more, I believe, that have been converted to jack-o'-lanterns already. So we're doing really good on the pumpkins. And you can see it's a standard water distribution or delivery system using packed ice. The pistons push the pumpkins off, they fall down the water, get transported on the ice into the chest. This chest then dumps into the other chest, so it'll allow me, if I AFK for a little while, I have extra room. And this is using your standard ethos timer, and then it has this little pulse generator here that will turn these redstone torches on and then off again real quick, which will cause these pistons to just pop out and pop right back in again, knocking the pumpkins right off into the water stream, and away we go. It's on a timer right now. Oh, there's a couple that are hanging out. Hopefully they'll get pushed in so I won't lose them. It's on a timer right now of about 5 minutes. I've got 3 full stacks of items going in there, so that should roughly be about 5 minutes. at 2.5 items moved per second, and according to the wiki and all of that. So it should be about 5 minutes. Then I said I've got 4 rows, 4 layers, levels of cactus here, and this produces very nice producing cactus farm. And it is now a little over half of this chest full. I just finished this cactus farm last week, and I've probably spent a couple of days actual playing on the server, you know, AFK or whatnot. Like I leave it AFK overnight, and so this thing has filled up a couple of times for me already. And I have distributed that from that chest over there. I don't have it going into a chest out here out front. That's a project that I still have to do, but I've brought those pumpkins, I'm sorry, those cactuses, you can see I've filled up that chest. That chest is already filled up. And then we are also in need of cyan dye. That was another one of the needs that we have as a community here. So I'm cooking up a lot of the cactuses. I'm actually down to, this one is just about done. So let me do a little housekeeping. We're right here live on our tour. We'll go ahead and get those cooking. Let me fill the other side up as well, just so that we can keep that going. There. That'll keep that going. We've got lots of cactus dye there, or green dye rather. We've got a full double chest of green dye there as well in my dye chest, and I'll transport those over to the clubhouse, and we'll get them converted to cyan dye. But you can see I've got cookers over there, as you just saw, the auto cookers, and then I've got all of these chests here for my storage unit. I have lots of items, but I still have lots of empty ones left over. I do plan on eventually putting a auto sorting system behind, kind of the filtering system that you see all over YouTube. A lot of people I've seen use it. Impulse has created a modified sorter that works really well, so you can stack them immediately side by side, which will work great for my system, which will be right back here. But as I was digging it out, I noticed I found another ravine. Go figure. I've got the ravine I built in, the ravine way over on the other side where we started, and I got this ravine here. I've put some torches down, but I'll explore that one a little later, see what kind of goods and what kind of nice stuff we got in there. But I want to put that sorting system back here. So that's why I also have this door here, and just so I don't forget. But we'll put that sorting system behind this one, and then if I do end up needing more storage, I can punch this wall out and then create a whole second wing, if you will, of this over on that side there, and just continue this wall down, because I don't have anything behind that. It's just mountain right there. Then on this side, one thing I guess I should show you, just that, and you can see, it's already nighttime, but over here in this area over here, like I built the cactus farm, but this area here I want to do the slime block pushing piston reed farm or sugarcane farm. I've heard it both ways, sugarcane or reeds, but I want to do that over on this side, and then we'll get that into chests up here in the front somehow. Either that or maybe underground somehow. We'll tie it over to the storage system over there. But again, plenty of projects and work still to do. This is my enchanting station that I can choose the levels. Of course, you know what the levels that you want. Anything from the simple, the standard level right at the beginning, all the way up to a level 30. This allows me to choose. As you can see, the bookshelves come in one at a time. As I turn the knob, or go all back out. As I turn my little selector, I have an override switch that brings them all out in one shot. This is not my design. No, 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 no. This was something that I got from Tango Tek. I absolutely love it. I've built this thing three times now on different maps. This is the first time I've built it on a server, and absolutely love it. I just think it's so neat. But I've got chests over here for paper, for books, for my lapis, and then for the ones that I've enchanted or found so far. I've got quite a collection going on. However, the one thing I'm after is not Silk Touch. I got a couple of those. What I'm after is Depth Strider. I just cannot seem to find that to save my life. I really need Depth Strider boots. I don't have them. I have my Feather Falling, but really need that Depth Strider. It makes water-based projects so much easier to deal with. Now, as you saw when we were up there coming in, there was a couple of glass front areas, and this is the first one. This was my first AFK spot that I built. It really didn't do anything, but it allowed me a room I could hop off the server if I needed to step away for a moment or two, and still be fairly safe. Then I decided, well, as I was poking around the roof forest, I found that there was actually a pond behind my base up in that area. And that gave me the idea, well, if I'm going to go AFK, why don't I do something that is productive? So I decided to make myself a fish farm, an AFK fish farm. I borrowed this design from Impulse, but I believe he got it from someone else. And forgive me, I forget the name, but you'd search YouTube for automatic AFK farm for Minecraft 1.8 and above, and you'll find it easily enough. I then, instead of just building a plain room with a fish farm, I decided to put a glass ceiling in it, allowing me to see the pond that was above my base, and then I decided to bring the outside inside. I planted a couple of trees, and I did some yard work in here, some landscaping, and just trying to, like I said, bring the outside inside, make it look a little refreshing, give you that take a load off, if you will, and I just went crazy on in here. This was my first attempt at doing some terraforming, and I think I did a pretty good job for a beginner. And as you can see, so the farm, you put your fishing rods in there, and anything you catch comes out on this side. Works out pretty good, and I guess I still have some stuff there to sort out. And then this chest back here was just some of my, like I said, my landscaping materials out there. So I thought this was a pretty good room. And like I said, I just leave the glass front. I can see if it's daytime or nighttime outside. Oops, sorry. See if it's daytime or nighttime outside. Works pretty good. Oh, one thing I did find out while I was doing this is these vines, while they look really cool, if you don't stop them or cut them off somehow at the bottom, they will continue to grow down as far as they can. Because the first time I actually had vines coming down here around the walls, coming out here and into this room. I had that after I went AFK one night. I came back, started to sort my catch, and I saw vines everywhere. I thought that was actually quite humorous, but I put some string right here, and that seems to take care of the problem there. So just a little tip that I use there. I'm sure it's probably something that everybody knew except for me, but it worked for me. So let's go down here. This is my original stairway down to my strip mine. And since then, I've built a few rooms off of it, as you can see. The first room here, let's take a look, is my brewing station. And I thought, why, if I can do the AFK fish farm and make it all terraformed and whatnot, why go simple on a brew stand sitting on a desk in the corner? Why not go a little overboard with it? So I continued my theme of the base down in here. I saw something that Tango had done, and I love the little lava floor. I just thought that was kind of neat, provided light, and I wanted something a little snazzy in here. I used granite for the walls, as you can see, and I have my brewing station in here. This is a design that I borrowed from Mumbo Jumbo. It allows me to choose my strength, water breathing, fire resistance, swiftness, healing, regeneration, and weakness potions. You use the little spinner in the middle. You select which one you want, and it works really well. So the one change I did make to this, however, was I added this lever right here, this little switch, which allows me to choose whether I want a drinkable or a splash potion. I did make that modification, and it works quite well. So it looks like I've already got some potions. Oh, I have some water breathing potions already on here, but we've still got plenty of water left. I know we've got plenty of nether wart and other supplies. And then I've got this little chest here for potions that I've made. I don't have it set to automatically pull the potions off when it's done. I know it's possible, but it is something that that I have not yet figured out how to do on this design. I know Tango Tek has a just incredibly powerful and sophisticated auto brewing station. I did build it once on a solo game, but I just didn't want to do that undertaking here, and I haven't figured out how to get it to automatically pull the potions off when done. I haven't really figured that one out yet, but this works really great. You simply choose which one you want, say swiftness, and then you make sure you want splash or do you want drink. I'll take drink, hit the button, and you can see there's the water pops in. Water bottles are on there, nether wart going down, and it'll brew that thing up, and when it's done you just pop them off and put them in the chest, or you carry them with you, whatever you need. Back here I have my nether wart farm. Oh, and it looks like it is ready to go. So once again, we'll have another on my tour project. Now I know it's 32 that I have, 32 spots. So I've got four dispensers here with water in them. Granted, you could use the old piston style or whatnot, but I just went the dispenser route. And before I hit the button, I'll show you what I've got here is a water stream. On this end, we'll take all of the nether wart that pops off. It'll go around this stream. It'll come over here into the glass elevator, goes up the glass elevator into that water delivery system, and eventually will pop in right over there to a hopper, which feeds the dispenser of the nether wart for my brew station. So that way I don't need to go back there to keep refilling the nether wart. I can just do one button and everything is done, and we'll do that right now. So there goes the nether wart. Oh, looks like one popped off over here. We'll let all of that water push the nether wart down, and away we go. Turn the water off, and looks like we got that. Oh, it looks like I had a couple pop out on me, though I might need to add some more glass apparently, or put some rock in, or rather stone around that. But so we can go through there, and we can then now plant my nether wart in here. Plant this all up, and then I put my leftovers back in here. Now, in cases like that where I have something pop off, or if I need to get back onto the backside, any of these materials that are running low that I need to replace, how are we doing here? Oh, yep, and there we are. My speed potions are all good, all brewed up. There we go. So now if I need to get back there, I've got my little entrance down here. Go up the ladder, and I can get to all of my dispensers here, which are actually above. I just put the panels here so I could remind myself which ones are which, and so forth. And we have all of those here. And now we saw that for my little glass elevator, these had popped off. And let me chow down. Looks like my hunger bar there. So now I can take these and I can run. They go running across. And while I'm back here, I'll just I'll fill that in. And you go right up in here and you grab that one, and there they go. So we'll go back out to the front. I'm not exactly sure. I've tested that glass elevator so many times and it's worked every other time. Go figure, when I do a recording, that's when it decides to not work for me flawlessly. So we'll close the door. That's my brew station. Then in here I have my animal breeding chicken cooker, Nano Farm, and Cozy Cottage. Cozy Cottage, if you've ever heard of Soares Jr., he has a Survive and Thrive series, which starts out with a Cozy Cottage, and this is my little homage to him. And that because he's the guy that I followed and watched and really learned a lot of stuff about Minecraft, or kind of owe a lot of my allegiance to Minecraft to him. But so we see, I originally was going to have a Nano Farm in here, and that is this little guy right here. That is 3 dispensers with the bone meal, and you use seeds, carrots, or potatoes. You can plant them here. You turn this little machine on, and these dispensers just continuously pop out bone meal, and that will cause whatever crop you plant, seed, wheat, seeds, the carrots, or the potatoes, whatever you plant, it will grow those just immensely quickly. And if I take a couple of these out, so we have empty inventory spots. We'll see if you can see. You can see now that the wheat is just popping in. My seeds are going up, even though I'm spamming the right mouse button. Wheat is coming in like crazy, and it works really, really well. You don't have to plant a whole crop, wait for it to grow, and then harvest the whole thing. It just simply dispenses the bone meal, and it uses a trick with the lighting, because the crops, if it's below a certain light level, the crop will just pop right off of the ground. It's too dark to grow. But it utilizes that trick to plant crops. So it's a handy little device. So you can just stand there, grow lots of crops really fast, whether it be like the wheat, carrot, potato. So I started out with this. I made a little improvement to it, which was I added 3 indicator lights, which will tell me which of these dispensers has run out of bone meal. You can see that the left dispenser, you can see it's 64 all the way around. But if I empty that out, now the light turns off. If I come back here, I can put all those back in, and the light turns back on again. So I added that to my Nano Farm. But I figured, why stop there? Again, just like my fishing AFK spot, I wanted to do something a little special, and I built this Cozy Cottage around it. And then from there, I took the outside in theme again and figured, well, if I'm going to do the Cozy Cottage as an homage to Soares Jr. with his Survive and Thrive, yada yada yada, and I'm doing the outside in. Well, what is you typically do when you start playing Minecraft? You grab some pigs, some cows, some sheep, some chickens. You start breeding them for a food source, for a wool source, for the eggs, for the other recipes, whatever you want to do. So I did that in here, kind of playing on the whole theme. But I also wanted it to be practical too, so I created a couple of chicken cookers. Again, this design, you can find it all over YouTube. It does the cooked chicken, the raw chicken, it'll give me eggs, or it'll give me the actual chicken. I can set this so it'll dispense eggs, or it will allow chickens, which will become cooked or raw, I should say. I put it a little easier that way. And I had my original chicken pen. There are hoppers all under the carpet here, and these hoppers feeds this chest, and looks like I picked up an egg there. And you can see the chickens are producing quite nicely. I have, when I am in pretty close to filling these up, I will grab a bunch of the eggs. I'll come back here, and I'll just start force feeding the dispensers back here in my chicken cooker, and that will really give myself a boost on these eggs so that they don't go to waste. I don't forget about them or so forth, and I can kind of, like I said, get myself a boost on the cooked chicken. It works very well. And I'll just put these back. We don't need to spend all day here. So, and you can see they oh, well, put that too. Let me give myself a couple of chicken while I'm at it. So, and it produces quite well. It also, you see, produces lots of feathers. Unfortunately, I found myself an infinity bow, so I no longer need the arrows, but it works quite well anyway if I wanted to make arrows. So that is my Nano Farm and animal breeding and chicken cooker and cozy cottage, all of that in that room. And before we look at the portal room, I'll just run down here, show you it's your standard strip mine down this way. I've done a lot of mining already, as you can see. And here is my beacon that we saw earlier on. And again, like I said, that's a haste 2 that I've got there. And the Swiss cheese that is going on in this room is quite evident. I've been doing a lot of mining, and I've done pretty good when it comes to coal and redstone. Gold, iron, not bad. Lapis and diamond, my luck has not been that great, but we carry on. I've got lots of stone though. So we'll head back on up and we'll continue the tour. I head up the stairs here. And the last room actually is, the last room we're going to see is actually the first room that I created, which is my portal room. Continuing to say the theme down here. This is the portal to the Nether. We go over to the Nether here, and you can see I continued my my base theme into the Nether. I built oh, hello little guy, how you doing? Built a road, and it just so happens that my portal comes out right near our portal that goes to the end, and I did this myself a couple weeks back just to give it a little flair. Built it with stone around the portal, just so that you kind of visually can see what it is that this portal does. And it's not the beginning, but it goes to the end. So actually, technically, it goes to the fortress, which then takes you to the portal to the end. Then, so I built the road here around my base, goes back this way because our main hub in the Nether is over here. That is the Griffoniac's portal, her little encapsulation building around her portal. That right there is the main spawn portal. There's some storage units up there. There was this little, I call it the ice splash because it's all made out of packed ice and snow and whatnot. I don't exactly know if there was a theme or a reason for it, but to me it just looks like a big water splash that got frozen instantly. So now Kagome is my nearest neighbor. My portal's right there. Kagome is down here. He built his place in his base in a desert biome, and I thought he did a fantastic job of bringing that desert biome out a little bit. Made himself a very nice little entrance. And then the road here, built it, goes off to the hub over that way, but I also continued the road this way and built it up over here, and then we punched a hole in the roof way up there, and I took made the effort and I built Impulse's X79 up there. And as you can see, I've got 101 levels because I tested it just the other night and let it run AFK for a while, and it works perfectly. And I believe Kagome then took, because I didn't build this, I stopped the road right over there, and I believe, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Kagome did this one, and he built this road all the way over to here, which is the portal to our Mesa biome, and which is where we've been collecting a lot of the hardened clay, because that's another need that we've had on the server here, is hardened clay for a project that Griffoniac has for us down the line. We need a lot of the pumpkins. We need the cyan dye. We need the hardened clay. We need a lot of things for a project that she has for us. So, and I've been doing my part for that. So, this is pretty much what I've done on the server here on Moonlight, and I'm pretty proud of what I've done. I like what I've done. Everything I've tried to do has been purpose driven. Oh, Pigman decided to come back with me. Like I said, everything I've done has been purpose driven. There was kind of a point to it. But then I've also tried to make myself a base that I thought looked good and afforded me a lot of opportunities to work on projects and some various things. So it looks like it's just about Minecraft midnight, almost exactly midnight there. But the one last thing as we get back out to the front is I want to show you the water elevator that we came in on. And this is a design that I saw from the YouTuber xBCrafted. He's a member of the Hermitcrat server, and he's a fantastic YouTuber. Lots of great stuff. Go check him out if you haven't already. But this works great on a solo game, but on a server with a little bit of the lag that sometimes happens on servers, it doesn't always work perfectly the first time. But you step on this, you hold forward, hit jump, and each one of these spits out a little water and turn, and because you're holding the jump button, that allows you to swim upward and out the top. So let's see if this works the first time. So I jump, I hold jump, and out we come the top. Hooray, it worked. And it's nighttime, so I think we will stop here. You see the base. Oh, and there's a little zombie coming to greet us, and I'll tell him to stick around. And you can see the forest and the trees, my beacon, the moon here on Moonlight, and there is my base. So I hope you've enjoyed this tour, and I look forward to showing you around more on our server and having you back again next time. Bye bye.